So when it comes to passive income, it's really great to have, and it's really good to have the opportunity to do it. But what if a recession hits, right? You can see the news now, the market is going down. A lot of countries are going back with each other, the United States versus China, China versus Siberia versus whatever's going on. I'm not a political person, but I can tell you that the market is not stable as it used to be, right? So I'm here to tell you about passive income that should be a recession proof. And granted, you're probably not going to make as much money when the economy is going high, but still you can make some sort of a money or income as the economy is going down when we're having a recession. So here are my 5 top things that I would like to share with you. So before I even start sharing with you the top 5 passive income methods that I really like and enjoy, please understand I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. I'm just a guy on YouTube, right, that just shares knowledge with you based on people I've met and based on things that I've done myself. So take this as you wish, but I highly recommend you do your own research, because at the end of the day, anything that I'm going to mention has risk into it, and you can potentially lose your money. So that being said, let's get to it. Let's start with number 1. I highly recommend going with putting your money into high savings account. You know, if you have money saved up, even though you're not technically losing money, you're actually losing its value. And it's extremely important to understand that, because as years pass by, inflation does occur. And if you don't have money or interest coming into your money or your savings, you're going to potentially lose a lot of money in the long term. For example, $100 100 years ago, it's not the same as it was today, right? And $100 today is not going to be the same as another 120 years. But let's do a more realistic mathematical equation here. Don't worry, it's simple and easy to follow. So if we have $1,000, right? We put it in a savings account. Let's say inflation hits us by 3% every year. So in the next 10 years, it is extremely fair to say that inflation is going to be more expensive. Stuff is going to be more expensive by 30%. What does that mean? Even though you have that $1,000 in your savings account, you're going to lose 30% of its value in the next 10 years, right? What does that mean? Even though you have that $1,000 sitting in your bank account, that $1,000 value-wise, power-wise, is actually worth $700, because you subtract the 300, which is 30% of what the 1,000 is, and you have that $700. So you're really losing value, okay? So that's why an easy way to avoid that and get compounded interest over the years is by having high yield savings account. And here's the ones I'm going to share with you. So first on the list is Citibank. It offers you 2.21% APR a yearly basis. So that APR gets you the compounded interest. So it's not the highest, but it's still, for the people that have Citibanks, it's not a bad idea to actually open an account. Does not require any minimum, and also it's for free, completely free. The second one, which is what I'm using currently, is Wealthfront. And even though a lot of people are going to tell you, oh, is it FDIC regulated? Yes, it is. So it is up to $1 million, in fact, federally regulated, and it does hit us with 2.32 APR on a yearly basis, which is slightly higher than Citibank. The good thing about it, it also does not require any minimum. It's completely free to make or do or open. But only problem with it is that you cannot really do direct deposit to it. And it really sucks, because if you have money coming into your job and you want to have an automatic savings coming to your savings account, you can't really use Wealthfront for that. Another way to counter that is to actually have a checking account that you have in your regular direct deposit, and then you automatically set the transfer from that checking account to the savings account every month or at the beginning of the month, right? So you can do it yourself still, but that little feature, for some people, it doesn't. The third list I have is Vivo Bank, which is VIO Bank. It's sitting at 2.42% APR, which is pretty good. The only thing I'll tell you is that it's free to open. However, you need a minimum of $100. This is still pretty good, because there's some banks out there that require you a $5,000 minimum to open that. And my last but not least, my favorite one, my personal favorite one, is smashing that like button so you can help me with that YouTube algorithm. I got you there. All right, so moving on to the next topic of passive income is vending machines. So vending machine, let's face it, okay, you go to recession, people still gonna drink. As a matter of fact, there's a study that's shown that people tend to feel better when they consume sugar, and it makes them feel better about themselves. So people are still gonna consume drinks, soda, water, juice, And not only that, but it's still gonna snack, and they're inexpensive. So it's really important to understand that this is one of the things that no matter what happens, yes, sure, you're not gonna have as much volume as you would normally do when there's no recession, but you're still gonna have money coming in, flowing in from vending machine. Just because it's not expensive, it's not like you're gonna go eat a steak for $30 or $40, right? I mean, you're talking about $2, $1.50. People always snack around. As a matter of fact, junk food in general and soda are one of the cheapest ones manufacturers can do. And what you can do is you can go to Costco where you can buy things in bulk and then separate that. And it's always been like, the more bulk things you buy, the cheaper it is, and the more you separate them, the more expensive, and that's how you make your profit margin. So honestly, what you need to do if you're interested in doing a vending machine business, all you need to do is find a location, go to a business owner of that location, and then ask them if they're interested in having a vending machine, because of course you're gonna have to give them a cut. And then after that, if they say yes, make the contract and then go buy you a vending machine. If you don't have a lot of money, or you don't wanna invest too much at starting and you wanna just give it a shot, there's tons of vending machines that are being sold on a daily basis using Facebook Marketplace. So it's not hard and it's really not expensive. If you want me to actually talk more about the vending machine business, please let me know in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to make more in-depth video. The third on the list is dividend ETF investment. Notice how I said ETF investment, not stocks investment. There's a big difference there, right? For the people that do not know, what's the difference? Well, real quick, ETF offers a lot more diversity and it actually acts between mutual funds and stocks, right? It has some similar characteristics on both, but in general, the easy thing to understand and distinguish from, a stock is one equity of one particular company. ETF is, depending on what you buy, is in general a portfolio of multiple companies combined in one. And ETF, unlike mutual funds, does not require a lot of money to put in, and it's easier to trade like a stock is. And depending where you go and which platform you use, something like Vanguard, for example, you can trade in their own ETFs for free without any transaction fees. So I want to share with you my two personal favorite ones, SPHD, and it specializes in S&P 500, just the top 500 companies into one. And their dividend payout is 4.42%, right? Pretty amazing. The second one that I really like a lot, SRAT, which offers us 8.77% dividend payout on a yearly basis. Pretty amazing, but you have to understand something, okay? When it comes to the first one that I mentioned, it specializes in top 500 S&P companies, meaning the top 500 are what the diversity of that portfolio is. Keep in mind that when a recession hits, of course, all these companies, most of them start losing value and they start losing money because people are freaking out, panicking and selling. So as a result, the price will go down. So be prepared for that mentally. However, you're still gonna have dividends being paid out on a monthly basis. So be cognitive of that, because that's extremely important to understand. Because when the recession hits, you wanna make sure you're not selling low and freaking out. That's the whole point, is holding. Now the second one, the SRET, this is more like real estate. Real estate is a very high risk, high reward type of ETF. Currently standing at $14 or almost 14.52, let's say $15. And you can buy that and get the 8.77% APR, but be mindful when the economy goes down again, you're gonna see a dramatic dip going into that. So again, it's better to invest in something that will pay you some dividends and recover later on, rather than just having your money sit in a bank account and really not making any money at all, because it's a lose-lose situation. My fourth passive income tip that is recession proof is becoming an Instagram influencer. Why? Well, because you see, let's think about it this way. How much does it cost to actually go on social media? Only Wi-Fi, right? And let's be honest, how many people will be, when the recession hits, do you think they're gonna stop using the internet? Probably 0 to none, right? And the whole idea behind that is, what I'm trying to say is, people are not gonna stop using social media, because social media helps them connect with their not only friends and family, but it also is a sort of a huge entertainment for a lot of people. People wanna know what their storyline is, they wanna share their moments, they wanna actually be influenced with others, they wanna look out for others, whether it's sports, money, or is it freedom, or is it work, or is it cooking, right? So there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different reasons why people are not going to stop using social media. And this is what you should take into your advantage, is that specialize in something, pick up a small niche, and actually become the influencer in it. And how are you going to make money off of it? Well, when you have a baseline or fan base that you're influencing, people are willing to, or companies are willing to actually pay you money to promote their products, right? So that's how you really truly make money. And yes, granted, now, again, I know, when the recession hits us, not a lot of people are going to be able to buy a lot of items, but trust me, there's some things, niches, that no matter what happens, people are not going to stop doing. For example, exercising, right? Cooking. Actually, as a matter of fact, cooking, it will increase in demand when the recession hits, because we all know that cooking saves you money, or instead of going out in a restaurant. So there's multiple things that if you put your mind to it, you can find niches that are recession proof that you can use to your advantage. So you just have to research and see what you're passionate about and apply it. And last but not least, my favorite is YouTube, right? Obviously, I'm not making a lot of money right now, or I'm not making money at all, right? And the whole idea is from YouTube is like what you saw on social media or Instagram, is that you're getting the opportunity to influence other people and have a fan base that will be able to support you, hopefully, right? If you make it. And like anything, honestly, yes, it is extremely challenging and it's extremely competitive, right? But it doesn't mean that you should stop trying and don't do it. Okay, it's like anything in this world nowadays, right? We have the power of the internet, which is great because you can learn a lot, but also it's bad because it created so many competition across. But if you're dedicated, consistent, and passionate, you'll make it, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you really like it, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what other topics you would like me to talk about, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a nice day.